This video is going to be breaking down the best defense in college football 25. This is the 335 mint in the 335 type playbook. Now, if you take a look at this, one thing I did want to say is 335 mint in 335 penny are specific to the 335 tight defensive playbook, and they are kind of unique formations, if you will. However, there is a nickel version of this. So you see here, I go down here to nickel. There's a nickel version of this. I don't have it in this playbook, but in most playbooks, it would be called nickel 3-3 mint. And I'm pretty sure the majority of playbooks in college football 25 have that defensive playbook. So you can use this scheme for the Road to College Football Playoff. You can use this scheme in College Ultimate Team. You can use this pretty accessible playbook, which is a great feature that we have this. And this is pretty much the same play. It's the same play, the same concept in 335 mint as it is in nickel 3-3 mint. The other thing I wanted to say real quick is 335 formations, whether it's 335 penny, 335 tight, they have kind of wonky adjustments. To get back to the basic adjustments, you want to put the slot cornerback package on. That's like really important for this scheme. And then my coach adjustments for this is auto flip off, defensive motion response disabled, option defense read key conservative, option defense pitch key conservative, and then I put my hooks on 5 to help defend those underneath routes. If they're not throwing a ton of underneath routes, you don't have to put your hooks on 5. But I think in general, it's better just to start there because that is, you're just going to give up so many drags if you don't have 5-yard hook curls. Now, we can do the entire defense out of one play, and that is LB cross 3 show 2. So we can literally do everything we need to do from this one defense. Now, if you want to get my entire 335 tight defensive ebook, it's in our school community. I'll put a link to that in the description down below. It's only $10 to be a member. It gets you access to all of our ebooks for Madden and for College Football 25, as well as anything that we update or drop new while your membership is active. So if you want to check that out, that link is going to be down below. But LB Cross 3 Show 2 is the play. You don't need to do anything other than just call it. And the cool part about this is with auto flip off, it's going to make it pretty consistent for you. So what you're going to do as far as the defense, there's kind of a couple of ways to run the blitz. And I was going to cover a couple of different ways. So the most easy, like anyone could run this defense way to run it, would be to literally put this hook curl on your user, shade underneath, and then if you want to press, you can press. The issue with pressing is, and I just don't think you need to press. But as you see here, like this is set up pretty well. Now, you have to kind of worry about this seam streak on the left side, so if you want to move this guy down, you could do that. But in general, this is a pretty basic good shell. And with this hook curl, you're going to kind of play more over here. And then this is like the perfect candidate to switch stick on. So this is a pretty decent play. And you'll see here that this 4-man, if I step to the right, is going to get really nice pressure, as you see right there, pretty consistently. Now, the next way that I like to run this defense is to make it look like I'm sending some edge pressure. So the way that I do that is I'm going to pinch my defensive line. I'm going to show blitz. I'm going to slide this guy out. And then I'm going to basically do this right here. And now we get a really interesting alignment here. We get a really favorable alignment in terms of taking away seam streaks. And you can kind of get a justy out of this basic alignment. So we could get into a shell like this. The reason I like this a little bit is because it's a lot better against the run. It's a lot more kind of scary look, and we could send 5 out of Hot Blitz 3 with the same basic look. Now, the beauty of this is the hover is literally the same. You're just going to run out here to the right, and you'll see here this guy will sneak through and pretty much always get the pressure just like you would in anything else. Now, the third way to run the blitz is really going to focus on like maximizing the consistency of this loop, and there's really 2 ways to accomplish that. The first way is to show blitz and then move this guy back out. So you see here we show blitz. So the whole idea and the reason why we show blitz is really because we want to get these safeties down in the box so that we can play seam streaks better. But anyways, what you'll see here is this is pretty good as well. Now, what I have found with this blitz, and I don't know exactly why this is the case, but when you manually move this guy, sometimes it can kind of make the blitz angle a little less effective. So if you wanted to, another thing you could do is just spread your linebackers and then literally just spread your linebackers and just leave it like this. And the reason why you might want to do this is because by spreading your linebackers, you're going to see here that this loop is going to have pretty good consistency of getting in. And then also what you're going to have is you're going to have a pretty favorable backed off. You're not going to give up any big plays. And this is still pretty decent in this game. So I think this is also a really good variation of the defense. But as you see, I mean, this is a really consistent 4-man blitz. And a lot of times, like, it's not the easiest blitz in the world to block. Like, if you block your running back, you block your tight end, it's not guaranteed that you're going to actually be able to block this defense. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. But as far as like a Sin 4, this is a really, really, really good Sin 4. Now, if you wanted to kind of get a little bit next level here, we could Sin 5 out of this show blitz alignment. And the way that I would do it is just slant your D-line inside, blitz your linebackers, blitz your slot corner, right? Or you could just come out and hot blitz 3. But then the nice thing here is we can roll the coverage like this, okay? And then you see here, this is what I'm talking about, the adjustments kind of being wonky. But typically this can come in on this left side, this double pressure, as you see there, get that slot corner in. So you can kind of build around that. But in general, I personally think this Sin 5 is really, or Sin 4 is just the best Sin 4 in the game. And that alone, with the way switch stick is and the way coverage is in this game, you can get, you know, this is a key, in my opinion, to have. Like, have a good Sin 4. And again, if you really wanted to, you don't even have to move it. Like, you can just call it, and most of the time it's going to work for you. So this is the 335 Mint defense. If you guys want to get my 335 Mint defensive ebook, or 335 tight defensive ebook, where we cover all of this, not just 335 Mint, but we cover 3-4 odd, we cover 335 penny, we cover double mug. If you want to get access to that, that's in our school community. $10 will get you access to all of my offensive and defensive ebooks for both College Football 25 and for Madden 25, and you can check that out in the description down below.